Hi class, so I am going to read you this book, Monarch Butterfly, and Gail Gibbons is the author. Now, looking at the front cover of this book and knowing that the title is Monarch Butterfly, what do you think the main idea of this book is going to be? What do you think the book's going to be all about? If you said monarch butterflies, you are correct. This entire book is all about just this one type of butterfly, which is called a monarch. And we do see these here in Indiana a lot. They look just like this. They are black and orange, and they have these spots and different shapes around the outside of them. All right, so let's read about monarch butterflies. A monarch butterfly settles on a leaf of a milkweed plant. She gently presses a tiny egg onto one of its leaves. The egg is the beginning of another monarch butterfly. It's summertime in the north. A breeze stirs the stem of the milkweed plant. The monarch egg is white and shiny. It is the size of a small dot and sticks to the leaf. When the butterfly lays the egg, she makes it sticky. Wind and rain cannot make the egg come loose. In a few days, the egg hatches. Out crawls a small caterpillar, also called a larva. First, the caterpillar eats the eggshell and then chews away at the milkweed leaf. The egg of the monarch is almost always laid on a milkweed plant. The plant will be its food. The caterpillar eats and grows and begins to change. It breaks out of its old skin, showing a new skin underneath. This is called molting. For 2 weeks, the caterpillar eats and eats. It molts about 5 times. Finally, it is the full-grown monarch caterpillar, about 2 inches long. Now something wonderful begins to happen. The caterpillar creeps to the stem of the leaf. It attaches itself to the stem and drops down head first. The caterpillar's bright colors become greenish. Then the skin splits and moves up to the top. The skin falls off. A new strange form appears. It is called the chrysalis, or pupa. The chrysalis is like a blanket that is wrapped around the body, growing inside. At first, the chrysalis is long and soft. Then it shrinks and hardens and becomes light green, decorated with gold dots. Inside, the monarch butterfly begins to grow. About 2 weeks later, the chrysalis changes again. It turns gray-green before becoming transparent, which means see-through. Inside are white dots and orange and black lines. The chrysalis wiggles, then it splits open. The butterfly begins to pull itself out. The head and legs appear first, and then the rest of it slides out. The wings are tiny and stuck together. And the butterfly's abdomen, which is this part right here, is big. The abdomen becomes smaller when its fluid is pumped into the wings. The wings become bigger. A caterpillar has turned into a butterfly. This is called metamorphosis. The butterfly sits quietly for a few hours, waiting for its wings to dry and harden. At last, they begin to move slowly and then beat faster and faster. The butterfly flutters up toward the sky. Monarchs have a bad taste and will make a bird or animal sick if they are eaten. So most of them are left alone. There are many parts of a butterfly. So right here, these are called scales. The scales of the wings make up the different colors. This is the wing. There is the head, right here is the feeler or the antenna, and they use that for touch and smell. And then they also have a tube to the mouth, and it's called the proboscis, and it sucks up the sweet juice, or called nectar, from flowers. Then down here they have the thorax, the abdomen, and then their legs. The monarch butterfly only flies during the day. When it rains, the butterfly stays dry, hidden under leaves. Fall is on the way. Soon it will be cold. If the monarch doesn't fly south, it will die. Once again, it darts up into the sky. The butterfly will take a long trip to a warmer place. This is called migration. The monarch will fly to where its ancestors have always gone. Sometimes it is the very same tree. Other monarchs keep appearing, making a cloud of orange in the sky. At night, they rest in trees. Sometimes they fly up to 12 miles an hour and almost 100 miles in one day. There could be over 1,000 butterflies traveling together. They fly to places such as Florida, Southern California, and Mexico. Some butterflies migrate 4,000 miles. They will stay south throughout the winter. So we live about right here. And when it gets cold, our butterflies will fly south to places down here like Mexico or Florida or some of these warmer states. So if they are in the cold, they will die. Some towns and cities are proud to have the butterflies visit them. They have festivals to celebrate their arrival. Children dress up for parades and butterfly costumes. Sometimes there's a band, and visitors come from all around. Monarchs can cluster together, thousands of them clinging to one tree, a butterfly tree. And in the spring, these butterflies will migrate north again to the fields of milkweed plants. Okay, so if you want to know how to raise a monarch butterfly, this will give you all the steps that you need to do. So how to make a home for your monarch caterpillars. You're going to find a clean glass jar with a lid. You have to put some holes in it so that they have air, right? So an adult can help you with this. Then you're going to find a monarch caterpillar. That usually happens in late July and August. It's the best time to find them. So you're going to have to find a milkweed plant that looks like this. And if you look under the leaves, that's when you can find the caterpillars. You have to pick it up very, very gently, okay? Make sure an adult helps you with this if you're going to try to do this. Then, how to care for the monarch caterpillar. It says you're going to pick 4 or 5 leaves off that milkweed plant and you're going to put them in the jar so the caterpillar has them to eat, okay? And then carefully put the caterpillar in the jar and put the lid on, but don't set the jar in a sunny place. Each day, have somebody watch the caterpillar and make sure you clean its home and replace the old milkweed leaves with new ones, and then put the caterpillar back inside the jar. Now, the caterpillar will change into a chrysalis. It will come up to the top of the lid and will hang upside down from the lid of the jar, shed its skin, and make its chrysalis. Do not touch it once it's done this, because you don't want it to fall down. And after a few weeks, the chrysalis will change into the monarch butterfly. It takes about 2 weeks. First, you'll be able to see through it, and then it's time for the monarch butterfly to come out, and when it does, it will need a few hours to sit there and let its wings dry. Okay? Then you can release your monarch butterfly outside. It does not want to be a pet. They cannot be pets. They cannot live inside. So you have to let it climb out of the jar onto your finger, and then when it's ready to go, it will fly away into the sky. Or you could just take the jar and open it up and stick it outside, but you want to make sure you don't touch their wings. If you've ever seen a monarch butterfly, that has a broken wing, it's because somebody touched it, and it might not break right away, but whatever part of the monarch butterfly, the wing you touch, the oil on your fingers will break their wings. So do not touch them. Okay? All right, friends. So we talked about at the very beginning of this book that it was all about what? Monarch butterflies. Yes, that is the main idea of this book. The only thing that Gail Gibbons talked about in this book was monarch butterflies. So we could say that is the main idea of this book. Can you think of any details that you learned by listening to this book? What is a detail that you learned? Good. All right, friends. I hope you enjoyed this book. Bye.